this is recording, and this.
Is this too far away?
No, it'll be good. This microphone is. Oh, let me make sure the microphone's on. The microphone's made to be far away. Okay, mic is on.
It's made on.
This one's made to be close. That one's made to be far away.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to the Women in Engineering podcast and YouTube, where I interview women in engineering related fields. Today I have my coworker here, Fiona.
Hi.
We've worked together on a few projects, and she was very nice to be the very first podcast interview.
Yeah.
So this is exciting. Let's get this interview started. The first question, we're just going to get some context about Fiona. So if you could answer kind of like who you are and a little brief summary about your life.
I'm Fiona. I'm from China. I've been here United States for 8 years, and I have 3 master degrees. That's crazy, I know. And
Overachiever.
Right
no
now,
doubt.
I'm currently working with Alex, but we're in different teams though.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's awesome. I can't imagine getting my master's or anything like that, just still being a bachelor's in engineering. So how long have you, well, we both work for General Motors, so how long have you been at General Motors?
3 years.
And how long have you had your master's?
How long? Actually, I'm doing my working on my master.
Simultaneously.
Yeah, simultaneously, yeah.
Talk about work ethic. To get your master's while working, while being a mom is just mind-blowing. That's a lot of dedication.
Exactly. Actually, I started my engineering master 2015, and I've been hired here in GM 2016. So that time I didn't even finish my master degree yet.
Yep.
And then after I got my first, engineering master, then I want to pursue MBA.
MBA.
MBA. Sorry.
Okay. No, that's good. I like that. I've had that same internal struggle, whether to get my master's or to go more of the business administration route and try to be more of the managing side versus technical. It's a struggle for me because I do enjoy the technical aspect of like you being in over the air. There's a lot of packets and data transmission.
Yeah. So
where on the managing side, you're very zoomed out. You're more about issues, problem solving, timing, and metrics on that side.
I will say you have a different version to see your daily work.
Yeah.
Because I was focused on the operation management, so daily work is actually kind of micro operation for myself. So I need to know how to manage my work, and then you can go bigger. Like you can see the team, how the team operation and how the company operation daily. So it helps.
Grows.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. So let's go on to how do you value a college engineering degree or a degree that you went to college and then got a piece of paper, so your 4-year bachelor's degree. Thoughts on that? Yeah,
that one is actually very important to have a degree because if you don't have a degree, you even don't. You can still work maybe in GM, but you cannot be a full-time employee because most of the company has they say if you don't have a degree or we cannot hire you fully.
Right, you can't even get your foot in the door without a 4-year degree, and then from that, not even all colleges aren't created equal. To get your resume on that top stack, it's really using that college brand as leverage. To get your foot in, and then you still have to do amazing on the interviews and whatnot. Yeah, and actually, I was agree. When I was young, I'm thinking, why, good college, popular college is important. I think all the colleges are same, all the universities are same. It's all
they
the
just
same
give
material.
you a degree, and actually, what they told you and teach you is almost the same, right?
Yeah.
What difference? But after after work, for some years, I start notice, this different. Why? Because good college can give you different more network, I would say.
It's all, the network is huge. Me being a Michigan State person, there's lots of other internal employees that came from Michigan State, so that's an instant, you connect on a very personal level. Oh, you had these exact same classes, and it really helps you to gain employment.
Yeah.
Let's find another good one. Eight. What are your thoughts on the importance of career fairs and interviews?
Wow, very important. So the career fair can offer you some good opportunity, because I know each company, most of the company, I give some intern opportunity to in school student.
Yes.
I mean, if I am a junior or senior on a bachelor degree, I definitely can will attend every career fair, I would say.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I would even say, even if you're not a junior or a senior, because those are the most important, practice as a freshman and a sophomore, just to feel comfortable and build up that confidence, because it is very intimidating. It's scary.
Exactly.
You have all these companies.
For my experience, I was in 2015. It was my first year in software engineer degree, right? And after I went to school for like a couple months, I started attend the career fair. And prepare my resume, and then continue to attend because they have a season. Spring they have and
schools put them together. And they get
summer,
all the companies there.
Fall they have a different career fair. So each career fair you can gain some interview, skills. I would say skills, because it's very important to give very a good impression to your recruiter.
A good impression and an impression where you stand out.
Exactly, yeah. So you can summarize yourself in very clearly and put yourself outstand. It's very very important. So and but before you go to career fair and the interview, you need to prepare your resume.
Yes.
And I do see some students put a resume like they have what kind of degree, and then only put their volunteer experience, nothing professional.
Right, that's bad.
That's bad, yeah. Because if I'm a recruiter, I'm only looking for your professional experience, which related to my company, my position, right? I'm not only looking for a volunteer here. And how did you outsend from 100, 200, 300 resume? Because there's a lot of competition, I think.
There is.
Yeah. So.
Now, before you went to your interviews, would you also do research about the company you are interviewing?
Exactly, yeah.
And get a couple questions to kind of make it, because you are nervous, to make it a little bit more streamlined.
Yeah.
That you can default to your notes if you find yourself in a pinch. To really, I find it's very good to have the interviewer talk some too.
Yeah.
What do you like about said company, or how has X, Y, and Z helped you in your career? Because it kind of gets that dialogue going, which one buys you time to kind of like think, and two, it makes it more personal.
Yeah, I totally agree. That actually bring another question is for the student is, hey, what do you want to do? Because if I'm a bachelor degree or I'm a master degree, for myself, even I become master, I still don't know, hey, what I should do in the future.
Right. Yeah.
Because I want to stand a very advanced industry rather than the behind your current trend, right?
Yeah.
So
I would get that a lot as well, that you're interviewing for a company, but there's so many niche roles. Like when I got into the GM, I wanted to go into design, but Now, if you didn't know design versus validation, it's tougher for them to find the niche that you're really going to go into. Because when you're in school, they educate you on such a broad scope. They're getting you prepared for everything. When you go into the field, you're going to get good at a very specific and then get knowledgeable in that very specific field.
Yeah, so the first step is very important, I would say, because if you become a design, then your career is more related to design. If you become a validation engineer, then your career may more kind of validation, testing, and then maybe 5 years, 3 years later, you will become a leader as SVE. But still a validation job. And if you want to become a designer, you have to first is you want to become. You have to ask yourself, hey, what I want to do. Right, I want to be a validation. I want to be a designer. If I want to be a designer, then I have to apply.
Right.
Apply this job. So whatever your current experience, your school experience should be more related to the design rather than others. So then that will help you to become to be hired as a designer, like DRE or others.
Kind of leads us into the hobbies. If your hobbies and extracurricular activities align very nicely with whatever niche or position that you want to go into, that would work in your benefit. Versus if those are kind of distant, it might be more negative.
Yeah, exactly.
So to really reinforce what you enjoy doing and what is your passion.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. I have a 5-year-old kid, and you know what? When I educate my kid, I have to observe, because he don't know what he want to do. Actually, he can do, I would say. Some kid will have a very good focus on what he can do, like just build some blockers, like use Lego, or some kids was focused on sports. He can pick up things very quickly, like every sport
and
he
enjoys it.
Enjoys, and different. And some kids actually have a talent on the drawing, art. So whatever I give him for his, I teach him. I give him class. Like I have a different class for him, right? Even he has 5 years, but I will say 15 years later, 10 years later, 15 years later, what he can do, what he willing to do. Well, you have to tell
the compromise.
Yeah, you have to compromise
balance some happy with some fighting.
Yeah, I do observe almost every very professional, very high level person. They balance their what they can do and what they wanting to do together.
Okay.
Like a lawyer, he like to speak.
Right.
Then he could do a lawyer, and then he good at speak.
Yeah.
Become right.
And then you just need to know a little bit of the laws and the rules in the speaking, and your two niches. The two things you enjoy build on each other to be very marketable.
Yeah, so that's why they have a Montessori academic for kids. I'm not sure you know now.
I know there's lots of different privates and publics and tutoring. I was always tutored. I wasn't a very smart kid, so I was always getting tutored because school wasn't good enough. I had to catch up to everybody else. Does he fight with you when he has to practice his piano, or does he do it and enjoy it?
Actually, what you have to encourage, because no one will
give him a chocolate. A reward system.
No one will willing to do something. Why? Because he need to stay there for 1 hour.
Right.
If I am here, I would like to go watch TV.
Right.
Right.
Or play video games.
Yeah, play video games. So why I need to sit here for piano? For 1 hour piano practice, it's not fun at all, right?
Agreed.
So you have to encourage. So whatever
20 years from now, he'll thank you.
Yeah, from my career, from what I want to do and what I can do, basically from my experience is whatever I good at, I be encouraged at the beginning, very beginning. Like I take a C++ language, right?
Okay.
And at the first midterm, I was become the first place.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
I got the first place at the exam.
That's exciting.
Yeah, then my teacher was surprised because he think I should not, because I never have a C++ experience before.
Right,
and,
you're a newbie.
I mean,
That
this is the
excelled.
first class in my degree, and he a little bit surprised, and he gave me some extra work, like he want me help him to do some research, right? And
advanced person path.
Yeah, but whatever
cool.
I good at, I become good at is because at every beginning I be encouraged from, or I got a little achievement at the beginning, so I can enjoy and can say, oh, I can do this.
Yeah.
I don't know that before, but I can do, right?
And builds confidence.
Yeah, build confidence is very important. The same rule apply to no matter you're a kid, you're adult, you're 20, 30. Same rule.
It's a great life lesson to get into that mentality.
So for those for those who has engineer, he won't be an engineer, right? I mean, you have to know what you can do.
Right, from day one. And know that even when you hit struggles, it's not that the struggle overcomes you, it's that you're going to adapt, and figure out a new way to attack the problem and solve it. And you just continue repeating that process, and you continue to evolve and adapt and keep on moving. It's when I was in my freshman year, we like the orientation for the engineering, the president of engineering, or the dean, or whatever they're called, he said, look to your left and then look to your right, and he said 4 years from now only one of you out of like the two people that you looked at will graduate, because it's like a 50% success rate or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, so that was just really quick up front. He's like, 50% of you won't make it.
Wow.
Guaranteed.
Wow.
Yeah, I think half of that was the scare.
It's
your
scare.
first 2 years, it's a lot of weeder courses. It's the heavy math, the heavy science, all the prerequisites, because they want you to kind of drop off. I think they like having a very exclusive degree, or at least at Michigan State that was. But from the orientation, there was never a doubt in my mind that I wasn't going to, right? So I didn't know what I was signing up for, but I knew I was going to get there. No matter what.
That's good. Yeah.
So, being such a hustler as you are, what's your morning routine like? Do you have a set morning, kind of wake up a half an hour before the kid, get everything ready? I figured.
Yeah, I have to.
That's your best time to get everything done, get the day started off on a great note, or else you end up falling behind, and then it's just a struggle to keep up.
Yeah. So every morning I mean, you have to sacrifice because you're a woman. I mean, I'm a woman, right? I'm a mom also. I'm not only an engineer. I'm someone's wife or someone's mom.
Yeah.
So I have to sacrifice myself.
Balance all the roles. Wearing
the
multiple hats.
Yeah. And it's normal for women.
Yeah.
And and the woman can do more than men.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that statement. That's funny. One of the questions that I watched a Mary Barra and the COO of Facebook, Cheryl, she wrote in a couple books, and she said that since there has not been a woman president before, she says that like if there was a woman president, we'd probably be a lot better off. And it's like it's a debatable topic, because since there hasn't been, you can't really say that she's not right. So maybe someone watching this or listening to this podcast or watching this YouTube video 40 years from now will be the very first president, and we could say we inspired them to be the very first woman president.
Yeah.
I would vote for an engineer woman president. I think we need some change in politics, but we won't get too much into politics. Who's someone that inspired you to be an engineer, whether it was like your dad, your mom, grandparents, some famous person?
No, actually, my mom and my dad have their own business.
Okay.
From my whole family, there's no engineer at all.
Okay, so they're business owners, but they weren't engineers.
Yeah, they do business for like more than 30 years right now.
Okay.
But they don't care about. I mean, they don't care about what I want to do.
Right, they were going to support you.
They just say, hey, or ask, hey, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
As a kid, I don't know what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I was say something and say, okay, there's money, go.
Okay, that's interesting.
And this is my family.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very special actually. And but I want to become an engineer because my husband
was an engineer.
Yeah.
Was also going through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We meet at the first school. My 18.
Okay.
At 18 years, so the first year of bachelor.
In was that United States or China?
China.
Okay, that was in China.
Yeah. So back to 2007.
That's so crazy. 2007. Okay.
12 years. Almost 12 years now.
In China, are all the classes, assuming it would be in Chinese, or do they go like half English, half Chinese? And like.
We have English class, but
Okay.
most Chinese.
Your engineering is
whatever
Chinese.
they told you profession, but they do some. They want you to understand the professional English word also.
So you're more marketable, or else you wouldn't be over here, right? Agreed.
But that is long time back. So compared with recently, you know what? They know English even good. More than whatever the kid born here.
Mm-hmm.
At 5 years old, they can listen, they can write.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. Because they're picking up from it. It's so interesting. The young mind.
In China, there are a lot of it's not related to the interview. So
no, go. I like this.
Yeah, in China, there's a lot of private school.
Okay.
To teach you English at the very beginning, like 2 years, 3 years.
To get that jump start, okay, so you're bilingual from day one.
And
so jealous.
Those English teachers are very professional.
Okay, so it's even fluent.
Even professional than here. Why?
Wow.
They heard from United States.
Mm-hmm.
Then someone go to China and teach a very little kid. The same thing here, like phonics first, then sight word, something like that. But before they can go, they have to accept the training and become you got some license to teach at China.
So it's a more certification and whatnot.
Yeah. At here, whatever my son learned was from his daycare.
Okay.
Teacher.
That's when they started doing it.
Yeah, and then kindergarten teacher. Maybe kindergarten teacher is better, but I cannot say that because you know what? Daycare teacher also good.
Okay. Yeah, they started learning is the biggest thing. And you didn't even have to teach them.
Delete that one. I don't want to.
Let's say so you work in over-the-air updates.
Yeah.
Which is, for anyone that doesn't know or might not be an engineer, it would be trying to update phone software, like your operating system, without having to plug in a USB. It would be doing it over cellular service.
Yeah.
So what's the most complicated issue that you've ran into?
Oh, you know what? Here's the thing. I'm not sure I can share it or not.
Yeah, right. If it runs into... Well, let's just go. What's something that you enjoy about it then?
Okay, so OTA is over the air, right? And it's first developed used by phone or computer. Right. It's not used in vehicle because vehicle is more safety related.
Yep, and usually is offline.
Yeah, it's offline. It's critical. And once we have this technology used in vehicle, right, and this related to the back office cloud, and your vehicle itself and the whole vehicle state. It's not only related to one single ECU or one state in vehicle. It's related to from back server to the ECU. the whole
connectivity of everything,
yeah, and everything, because
and all that data
you can think about it, right? If update failed, how does back server know?
Yeah.
How does how much it will infect by for the user? Because even I update the fail, and the user may want to continue use his car to drive daily, deliver his kid to school, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want it because OTI I cannot use my car. That will be.
Oh, that would be a very unhappy customer.
Exactly. Yeah. So how to avoid those issues? You know, it's very complicated.
I agree, and it's probably some part of that complex environment that you enjoy. It's constantly keeping you on your toes and making you work.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do the last kind of funny question. If you had one wish, like you had a magic genie and you could make one wish, what would your one wish be?
I want to, go back 10 years to go back for 10 years.
Okay.
Then
and keep your current mind though, so you
have
like
current mind.
Okay.
Yeah, so I will be a winner.
Well, you would be definitely a winner.
Yeah,
you'd
because
invest in Facebook from the IPO.
Amazon, Facebook. Yeah, I will invest the Bitcoin.
Oh,
yeah, I will sell it at the 2017.
Right at the peak. Yeah. Swipe your hands and be off. I like that. But if you boil that down, it just means that time is your most valuable asset. So
yeah.
Anyone that's thinking about 10 years in the future, start today.
Start today, exactly.
Unless you do get a magic genie, you won't be able to go back 10 years.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, so it's very important to plan what you want to achieve in the future, like 5 years, 10 years, right? If you have a daily job and you want to keep another, second assignment, like you want to invest some trade stock, you have to understand what's going on. Yeah. So you have to understand economy. You have to understand the news every day. You have to understand the policy from the government. Yeah. And all it will affect this, and you have to get when the opportunity in front of you, can you
capitalize and move quickly.
Yeah. Can you
first recognize that it's an opportunity, right? We always have,
and
everybody.
What do you want to do and what you can do?
Yeah.
I realize this is opportunity, but I can do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what be sad.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah. So as a woman engineer, right? If you want to become an engineer, you're a woman, and you have to plan. Here, what time should I have a kid?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right. Career and personal life.
Right. And how to balance your work and your family. That's very important. Mm-hmm. Hey, do you want to become a mom at a young or at like 30, 35? Mm-hmm. Right. I do see some women have very
pushing it back. Yeah.
Push it back, like
it's just with the culture, because they're trying to build their careers first.
Yeah. So the Thomas, the chief engineer in GM, is a woman.
Okay.
And she is only 32 years old.
32.
But she worked for GM for 14 years already.
Wow.
So at the very beginning, freshman in a college,
yeah,
he already
she had that idea and started moving forward.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's
then right now she become a chief engineer, and she can focus on like his family, like have a kid, and then consider balance his daily job and work and family. Yeah.
It just shows you it took her a decade and a half, but I'm sure she had a very rough plan, and then she just kind of kept moving along the plan and adjusted. And she kind of knew what she wanted to do. I guess on the side note, if you don't know what you want to do, my advice would be start doing something, and as you do something, you're going to learn whether you like it or dislike it. And if you dislike it, you got to find something else, do something else, and then you're going to learn whether you like it or dislike it. Finding out that you dislike something is just as important as as something that you do enjoy to do.
Yeah.
It's all
right.
data.
That's right. Yeah. So plan ahead. Find what you want to do, what you can do, and what you can give up. That's very important.
That's a great way to end it. Well, thank you,
Yeah.
Fiona, for coming on and doing this.
My pleasure.
Say something in Chinese to end it.
新年快乐.
新年快乐.
It's a Happy New Year because a Lunar New Year just passed.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
They just started it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching and listening. I'm going to pause that and stop that.